Prime Minister Narendra Modi has arrived in Ahmedabad today on 9th of January. He is embarking on a two-day visit to inaugurate the 10th edition of the Vibrant Gujarat Global Summit in 2024 happening in Gandhinagar. The summit is being held from 10th to 12th of January on Gateway to the Future. That's the theme. It will be marking a decade of the Vibrant Gujarat's success. Now, over the last few years, Vibrant Gujarat Summit has evolved into a global platform, is expected to witness participation from 135 countries. Over 2,000 exhibitors will be at the event. This year's summit is expected to attract global leaders, which will include the likes of UAE President Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, who is going to be arriving later in the day to India. He will be landing in Gandhinagar. A roadshow has been organized, which will start today after Prime Minister receives the UAE President at the airport in Ahmedabad city. Now, Prime Minister will also be holding bilateral meetings with the world leaders. He will be speaking to global CEOs of corporations from all across the world. It is going to be as vibrant as it gets in the state of Gujarat. Joining me right now is Kartik Malhotra, Kartikeya Sharma. Gentlemen, thanks very much for taking time out. Kartikeya, I want to begin by asking you, this is a day of not just economic significance but also global significance. We have the UAE President coming to India. This is going to be a mega roadshow today, later in the day, 3-kilometer long. What is the significance for the benefit of our viewers? Why is it important?
Okay, let me give a primer of my show to you. You see, for me, this is where it all began. When the controversy broke out, when Vajpayee was talking about Rajdhan, you know, Modi organized his brand around Vibrant Gujarat. When there were a lot of people who were not on call for the Prime Minister at that time when he was the Chief Minister, Modi and his friends, his close associates, advisors came up with the idea of Brand Gujarat, Vibrant Gujarat. And it sowed the seed of something which we call as Gujarat model. Kejriwal is trying his best to say there is something called Delhi model of governance. So the Vibrant Gujarat campaign created a sort of a larger ground for Gujarat model of governance, Gujarat model and brand Modi. So when we talk about Gujarat Summit, it's not only economy. I think it's also about how Modi was gradually, over a period of time, was being seen by people outside Gujarat. Maybe he was not being taken that seriously, but then very slowly he had started to build his brand, someone who's bigger than the state, someone who understands economy, someone who understands the global finance, someone who's okay with the farmer and someone who's also pretty cool and okay with an entrepreneur and someone who's pretty cool with a traditional mortar and brick businessman. So this is one part of it. The second part of it is the visit of Mohammed bin Zayed. Now, Mohammed bin Zayed is godfather of Mohammed bin Salman, the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. And for him to come to Gujarat and do a road show also tells us the sort of breakthrough which Modi enjoys in the West Asian politics, which is divided on the Shia and Sunni line. And third and foremost, I think this pillar of this Vibrant Gujarat is also reinforcing Modi's electoral campaign. You know, Lakshadweep, everything. There is no BJP. There is no RSS. Even at the Pran Pratishthan, Parliament, who do you see? It's Prime Minister Modi. Detractors can say anything. But whose brand do you see being solidified? It's PM. It's almost like Nehru. If you look at the photographs of 50s in terms of inauguration, governance, anything important, IIT, IIMs, who do you recall? Nehru. You will not recall any other Congress leader. So, you know, this brand Modi and Vibrant Gujarat, Gujarat model of governance, they're all interconnected.
Absolutely. I mean, come to think of it, brand Modi, I think, emerged from the Vibrant Gujarat Summit. Those were the times we started hearing of a Gujarat Summit, a need for a state to have its own platform to attract global leaders. Since then, in the last 2 decades, $55 billion in FDI has come in solely in the state of Gujarat. The economic significance of this event is also going to be far huge and higher than brand Modi.
So, Shweta, I believe, you know, Gujarat as a state has always been entrepreneurial, and I think that is something that has existed well before Prime Minister Narendra Modi became the Chief Minister in his first term as Chief Minister of Gujarat. So, it has been an entrepreneurial state. It has been attracting investments. In any case, obviously, you know, events like these, summits like these, further augment the investment scenario and the entire business ecosystem in the state, which is likely to continue to flourish, right? But I think what is something that I would really want to look out for in this particular edition of Vibrant Gujarat I think there are three broad sectors that the summit should focus on and would focus on. First and foremost is India's semiconductor requirements, right? I think the semiconductor industry, and we've seen Micron breaking ground already in Gujarat last year. Semiconductors is directly linked again to Prime Minister Modi's vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat. And if you're really wanting ourselves to become self-reliant when it comes to electronics manufacturing, India cannot craft its own entrepreneurial ecosystem in electronics without that impetus on semiconductors. Number two, where again India's self-reliance, BJP's and Prime Minister Modi's push towards Atmanirbhar Bharat, now culminating or sort of, one bridge by way of Vibrant Gujarat coming through, is going to be in the defense sector. So investments in defense sector, MOUs being signed, inking deals with global engine makers and parts equipment manufacturers of aircraft engines and ship engines, etc., back with Indian counterparts here in India. That is going to be the second theme I would really look forward to. The third theme for me is really going to be automobiles, and within automobiles, very, very specifically electric vehicles. Now, whether or not Elon Musk is going to pay Vibrant Gujarat a visit is something which is still in the realm of speculation. It will be great if actually we are able to see not the excitement of Elon Musk coming down in person, I think that is secondary, but some sort of a headway into Tesla's entry into India on the terms and conditions set by India is something I would look forward to. And if not Tesla, then what are India's electric mobility plans and how can Vibrant Gujarat further augment that? Before I hand it over back to you, I think what will and what should make Vibrant Gujarat stand apart from summits that are held in Uttar Pradesh or Tamil Nadu or Telangana or West Bengal or Jharkhand or Bihar or Uttarakhand would be that the gap between MOUs signed and actual ground being broken on those factories should be much narrower in the state of Gujarat, because it is Prime Minister Narendra Modi's state. It is a state that he has pretty much built, and even after he became Prime Minister, it is a state which has seen, let's say, the first ever diamond bourse of India very recently, right? It is a state which boasts of many such initiatives, including the Gift City, which has become a great alternative to stock exchanges across the world. And in fact, what was referred to as the SGX Nifty is now referred to as the Gift Nifty. So, these are in any case great entrepreneurial initiatives taken by the state, which should only get bolstered further from here.
Absolutely. Gujarat will be the focus, Kartikeya, because, if you read that tweet that was pushed out by Prime Minister, he said, the state is close to my heart, and there are no two reasons for that, but my focus will be on Gujarat for the next 2 days at least.
When did it start? It started post-Godhra in 2003. Even within the party, even in the political system, Modi was untouchable. And Modi was reinventing himself. What had Modi done before that? He had organized Rath Yatra for Advani. Advani was a big figure. Then he was in charge of Himachal Pradesh. For some time he was in Haryana, then traveling abroad. And then he was the organizing general secretary. Once he took over as the chief minister, what is the first thing he did? He said, I am an industry-friendly chief minister. Unlike Mulayam Singh Yadav, he took the example of other states, very rightly so. Most of the time, the chief ministers from other states have focused on these big meetings as a networking platform. The Vibrant Gujarat was not about that. Vibrant Gujarat was about raising people's aspiration and then fulfilling them through creating jobs, like in case you talked about Tesla, or getting high-end stuff to the state. Second important thing is what Modi did for Gujarat was, which is different from his predecessors. I agree that Gujarat has been an industrial state, and from 7.5, the contribution of Gujarat to India's GDP has increased to 8.3%.
That's right.
Correct?
Which I think the Chief Minister has just said wants to take it up to 10%, and that is the plan now.
So, I think what Modi did was to organize both capital and labour. Generally, the joke is the capitalists say that the movement of capital and labour should be free. What we have seen in today's world is that the movement of capital is free, but labour is not free. But I think what he did within the Gujarat was he allowed movement of both labour and capital. A lot of people said that, he took all the decisions by himself, but the fact is he organized it. So it became easy for the industrialists. But coming back to the point which I'm trying to make is, it is all where it began. Vibrant Gujarat laid the foundation of Prime Minister's career. Someone who understood governance, demands of industry. If you recall the speeches he was giving in the schools and colleges in Delhi in 2014, was not about corruption. those speeches were not about politics. They were about governance, they were about connectivity, they were about cold storages, they were about aspiration of a small farmer who could benefit by linkages so that they can get the best price. So Modi was talking all these things at a national stage which he had been saying in Vibrant Gujarat. So Vibrant Gujarat is more than a state. It's more than a state function because it reflects Modi's basic sentiment. And Gujarati politicians themselves have been very pro-business friendly leaders. Mahatma Gandhi, where did he say? Mahatma Gandhi would stay with the Birlas and he would stay with every industry. He was pro-capital. Mahatma Gandhi didn't go to any temple, but he stayed with all the industrialists. So Gujarati bent of mind is different.
Absolutely. Always an industrious state, and Vibrant Gujarat, perhaps the platform from where Modi started, brand Modi started building on that platform, is going to be utilizing that platform once again, just ahead of the 2024 elections. So all in all, I think it squarely goes back to where it started, perhaps is where it's going to culminate in a series of other political opportunities that he will have to showcase the development effort that the government has taken. This will be one of them. He is, of course, going to be talking to numerous CEOs, will be meeting top global leaders from all across the world who have now flown down to Gujarat. Will be meeting the Prime Minister in the next 2 days. Vibrant Gujarat Summit will kickstart tomorrow. In fact, this evening is when events following to the Vibrant Gujarat Summit will kickstart.